Well, good morning. Welcome to day number 2 of this Legends tournament. And we're having the first match up between Pakistan and Team India. We're going to be having the coin toss just about now. So we have India with the coin toss, and heads is the call.
Tails.
Tails is it?
Go back.
Well, we have a chit chat here.
Yes, we are going to bat. India is going to bat first.
Any special reason for batting? We know yesterday you had 2 games up and you're yet to get on the scoreboard, but you were coming from behind.
Yesterday I won 1 toss. I took to field. I lost 1 toss. I was again put to field. So this time these guys want to change. They said let's bat first. Good day to start. We are already tired with 2 games, so I think it's a good decision to bat first.
All right, done and dusted. I'll get with your opposing captain here. If you would have won the toss, what would
we
it
probably would have
done?
batted, not just because of the pitch or anything. I think we wanted to give everybody a chance at bat and bat 20 overs and just go for a lot of runs. So main reason.
All right, you're 2 up in the game, so you're going for win number
2. Yeah.
Number 2. You won your first game yesterday.
Yes.
Well, it seems as if you're early bird because you started the proceedings yesterday, and this morning you're starting it again today.
We like to get things done early.
All right, there you go. Well, good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
And that's it from the toss presentation. The pitch looks a good one. Both captains decided that they are going to take first knock if both would have won the toss, but one had to win, one had to lose. But the fact is that play is going to get underway. Our umpires today are both Vincent Brown and Vincent Hartley. So both brothers Vincents are going to be here. And the tournament organizer, we have Mr. Tariq here. We have to get him on screen here. We want to say doing a fine job. So that's it. We have it from the pitch report, from the toss. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. We want to welcome you to day number 2 of this Legends tournament here. Match number 1. We're going to go having all 3 matches for today. And what I can say is that Team India would have won the toss and elected to bat first. There's a strong breeze that's blowing there, but as the toss would have said, at the toss, the skipper Shalise said he won the first toss yesterday. He batted. He won the second match yesterday and he decided to field. And now he would have won the toss again, and he decided that he is going to have a bat. Now, India is searching for their first win of the tournament. Pakistan seems as if it's a habit, and maybe it's a good habit. They started the proceedings yesterday, opening the tournament, and they opened the tournament with a win. So congratulations to them. India yet to get on the board, having played 2 matches so far. So we are underway with fight. He comes in from the far and bowls one outside the off stump. It's going to be a wide called and signaled there by umpire Vincent Brown. So we have the Vincent brothers here today. We have Vincent Hartley and Vincent Brown. Vincent Hartley, he was on the show yesterday for 2 matches. Vincent Brown is coming in today for his first match of the tournament. So the batters, Vasu, he is on strike, and we have Clinton. And this time again is outside the off stump. It's going to be another wide. Like I said, the wind is, he's got to control the wind. He's got to fight with the wind and not against the wind. So we've yet to receive a legal delivery. That's Vasu. So he's having a watch. What can we say? It's a watch and wait. So those 2 balls was just for him to get a look. Anyway, we have some overhead clouds hanging around. This one is outside the off stump. This is yet another wide. But here is the batter going fishing on dry land. That's a naughty shot. The ball was wide of the mark, and yet he went across as if to say 3 strikes and you're out. No. That's the 3rd delivery that would have gone past the bat. So it's 3 for no loss, all via the way of extras. Oh, this time this one kept low. That's a worrying sign. That one kept low, and again the batsman was poking at it outside the off stump, taken there by the wicket keeper. So yesterday, Son played hide and seek with us for quite a while, and today it's more of the same. Early start, 10 o'clock start, and we're expecting to get all of 3 games in today, barring weather. You know, there's a hurricane that's hovering over there in the Caribbean, and in proximity to the Caribbean, we have the Bahamas and Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Cuba. They're just around the corner from North America. So India is still searching for the first run of the bat, but they're free for no loss, all coming via the extras route, wide to be more specific. So the first 3 deliveries, the bowler Fazed, his radar was off. This is driving, and the footsie comes into play as this one was stroked nicely back up along the track, and he got his boot onto it. So he gets off the mark with a single, 4 for no loss. So this brings Chintan. He's going to be receiving his first delivery. Just by way of identification, Chintan is wearing the cap outside the off stump. Wicketkeeper standing up now for this new batter, Chintan. He was standing back previously, and now he's over the sticks, behind the sticks. Beautifully taken there, a dot into the scorer's book. Now they're gonna employ a slip. They realize that the batter, Clinton, was going fishing. Oh, this time he's gonna run a quick one as short filing up in the circle can't prevent the single. So it's a bye. So extras is making its way into the scores book and has top scored so far. 4 extras, 3 wides and a bye. So he tucks it around the corner. So the end of the first over, it's 6 for no loss. Kristen yet to score, and Vasu has 2 to his name. So Humayun is the bowler from the southern end, and again his radar is off, and he's got to contend with a stiff breeze blowing from east to west. This time the batsman covers up, thinking one, and in the end they made it quite comfortably. The fielder got in, he effectively stopped okay, threatened to throw the stumps down, but at the non-striker's end no one was backing up because the bowler was gone past the sticks and there was no one backing up, so he thought it best to hold on to the ball. In the meantime, they scampered through for a single, 8 for no loss. Outside the off stump, this one is curling away, pitching and going further away, taken nicely there by the wicket keeper. We have seen one delivery which have kept surprisingly low this early in the day's proceeding. Now this is going to be field changing. We're going to push back the fielder who's in the 45. He's gone now all the way back to the third man fence, and the cover sweeper has been brought up into the regular cover area. This time he's driving exactly from where that fielder came from and gets 4. That's a good looking shot. So don't understand what Pakistan was thinking there. They pulled the cover sweeper up and he bowled a nice juicy half volley. Let's have a look. Here it is. Bang! And he's targeted that area where the fielder just came from and earned himself 4 runs. So I guess he was thinking about an edge peeling off going down to the third man. Now uppercut. I don't know if you're going to have that bounce where you can uppercut and it takes it all the way. Oh, swinging this one past between the batter and the stump because he was giving himself some room. This one goes very, very close to the boundary. And bye is given by umpire Vincent Hartley. So again, the striker there, Chinton, he was aiming for that vacant extra cover area that you've seen that they would have pulled the man from. This time he's going at it, he's getting an inside edge. Runs here for him. Running 1. Will they turn for 2? Yes, no, and he's... Oh, the wicketkeeper made a mark of that one. The throw came a bit high, but you have got to take those. That was a risky 2-run because he hesitated on the first one and that slowed him down. Now the batters are probably apologizing to each other, saying we took a chance, we got through, but we have got to be careful. Sweet 16 is the score. So India searching for their first win of the tournament. They were up twice and they went down twice. Outside the off stump, that's a good delivery. Again, the batsman Chinton giving himself some room to slap this one into the offside. Was beaten for pace. That's the quickest delivery of the day's proceeding, if I can say that myself. So at the end of 2, it is 16 for no loss. Outside the off stump, playing into the cover point, and gonna be overthrows here. We keeper did a sloppy job there. He's standing up, and the ball was not thrown directly up into his gloves, but he should have done better. So an extra one, which India would welcome. So Vasu takes him on to 5 with those 2 runs. And Chinton 6 from 7. He struck a lovely boundary. Steady batsman is playing, and the on the hunt for runs, even though it's the power play which is on, and you would think they'll be going gung-ho and going beyond the 30-yard circle. They've made up their mind that they're going to squeeze singles, even though they have the close-in fielders within the 30-yard circle. Comes again, bowls, and this time he's playing this one into extra cover. Good looking stroke, but can't score. So Faz has opened the bowling. This is his second over, third of the match. So he's bowling with his pants, trying to give his legs some air as his pants roll up. This time his batsman is getting an inside edge. The footsie came out there, but he missed it. Oh, they're going to be running a whiskey two here. Like I said, oh my word. And he ran himself out in the very end. The throw went all the way up, trying to squeeze a third. And it just so happened that a good throw at the non-striker's end has brought the downfall of Chinton. So he got 2 to his tally and going for the third. Yeah, he had run past the stumps. Look at that ball just curl right into the stump. That's like playing golf. It just curl and went straight into that stump like you bowled a leg break. So unfortunate, but they were doing the right thing. They were hunting for runs. They got the first run, then they got an overthrow, completed the second, and they thought they could have squeezed a third, a rear third on this field. I cannot recall a third run being run, but not in this tournament for sure. So 65-yard boundary, you're going to hardly get 3 runs. It's not this big boundaries like over down in Australia, like Perth and Adelaide and those Melbourne. They have huge fields. So 21 for 1, we're into over number 3, halfway into the power play. And for those new listeners, I want to remind you that the power play, the first power play, 6 overs constitute the first power play. And the playing conditions, no more than 2 fielders should be placed beyond the 30-yard circle. So the new batter is Ravi, who have joined Vasu. Oh, that's a good looking shot. Sweetly timed, off the legs. Oh, beauty, you beauty. That was up in the slot. And Vasu just eased it away past the short mid wicket. Let's have a look. There it is. It was outside the off stump. And he picked his spot. Because there's a packed offside field in the wing, I may add. And this time he got it past short mid wicket. And 4 was written all over that shot. A good shot. But end of a successful over is 25 for 1 at the end of the third over. My word, there's an LBW decision there. Let's have a look at that one and see what's happening here. Right arm over bowls, and this one pitched and was curling away. Hit the pad, but in the umpire Vincent Hartley's mind, and what you can see is that he was out. But what he's saying, did he play that ball? I don't think he would have played it, but the umpire thought he would have gone on to hit the sticks. So he was given, so wicket number 2 down. So India's still searching for their first win. You know, the rivalry continues. Pakistan versus India. It's interesting, but have to remember, you know, we're taking politics out of the game. India versus politics. India would have won the toss this morning, so that's the first win of any game at the starting point, winning the toss. But the more precious win would be the one when at the end of the match you're holding up the trophy and saying, I won. Or since cricket is a team sport, you would say, we won. Well, it's early days yet, 25 for 2. We're into the 4th over, so the power play is not yielding much at this time for Team India, having won the toss. I should have wanted to set a target score, one that they think and hope to defend. Again, they're searching for their first win of the tournament. They had 2 matches yesterday, and they went down. As a matter of fact, they were humiliated in their first match. Ooh, this one again. The pitch is keeping low, and this one was taken low down by the wicketkeeper standing back. So like I said, their first matchup, they were humiliated. They were all out in 17.3 overs for 70 runs. They lost all of their 10 wickets for 70 runs. This batsman is playing outside the off stump, and one going past the off stump. So that's when India, when they played Team USA, they were rattled. And in their second game yesterday, they did the fate better. They scored 103 for 8 from the 20 overs. So they batted their 20 overs and scored past the 100 mark. So yesterday their power play yielded 28 runs, but they would have lost 3 wickets yesterday. This time again outside the off stump, moving away from the batter. So this time they're slated to pass their 28 in their match yesterday, the second match, when they scored 28 in the first power play. So I'll say that India doing much better on this second day, because let me remind you, their first match when they came up against USA, they were 18 for 4 wickets at the end of 6 overs. No slips. Oh, trying to run a run there that is non-existent. So now Pakistan is on the charge. They're crowding the fielder. They've brought in 2 slips. We haven't seen that in this tournament so far. So India, having won the toss, trying to put a target which they think they can defend. Right now they're, should I say they're struggling at 25 for 2? Yes, I can say that indeed. Telak is on 0. He has sucked up some 5 deliveries. And Vasu is on 10 from 9.
If you want luxury but desire smart investments, then let MAQ Group guide your property journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in property, MAQ Group has you covered. Worldwide, we offer a range of services tailored just for you. Looking for your next home, business, or want to investment? Our residential and commercial investment, we ensure you find the perfect profitable business or property. Our off-plan properties and expert market analysis promise lucrative opportunities. And for property owners, our management services handle everything, so you don't have to. With MAQ Group, you're not just getting a service, you're gaining a partner dedicated to your success. Trust, transparency, and a seamless experience from start to finish. Ready to begin your property journey?
Ball at the top of his mouth. Ooh, that's a beauty. Just a touch of vanish. May have been interested there. That one just passed just outside the off stump. Touching down and off, just leaving the batter a little. We keep it taking it cleanly. Over number 5, first delivery. And now the keeper is indicating that we need to attack with a slip. So that slip has been taken out. Well, it's outside the off stump. He's poking at this one. He's splitting extra cover and mid off for the singler. So they're off and running. I think that's instructions. We do not have to rely on boundaries. We can just go ahead and poke the singles here, there, and everywhere, even though the fielders are closed in. And again, no more than 2 fielders can be outside of the 30-yard circle. Pleasant good morning, Saturday morning, especially for those who are... Oh, this time he's down the leg side and he was trying to hoik it over the short fine leg who is up in the circle. Ball cannoned into him, into his thigh pad. That one hits him high on the pad, so pitch is playing a little up and down here at this time, if I can say that. This one bounced, and from this other end we would have seen one that kept very low early in the morning. Must have pitched on something. This one was rising. Batsman is still tapping his leg with that ball, just cannon into his leg. Comes in our bowls. Outside he's cutting and he's splitting again. Mid off and extra cover, but not timing. And they're going to get a comfortable 2 because of a misfield. Sends a nice strong throw into the keeper. So 2 runs, 2 good looking runs to Tilak. So Tilak did not play yesterday. Tilak plays here in the local competition. And I would applaud him. He always brings his sons and another set of youngsters whenever cricket is being played in this park on an international level. This time he's a swing and a miss. And here they're going to be running a bye because the wicketkeeper was trying for a run out. So that good heads up cricket there by the non-striker. He saw that ball was still alive. So there's a bye signal there by umpire Vincent Brown. Coming out of St. Crab Hill, Sandy Point. Mr. Vincent Brown is having his first match of the tournament. And his namesake, Vincent Hartley, is doing his 3rd. So I'm squeeze that by now. Outside the off stump, he's going fishing again. Oh my word. Would you believe this? This is unbelievable. Tilak just ran himself out. The ball was passed. The wicketkeeper effected the stop. The ball bubbled just in front of him. And he called for the single with the ball at the keeper's feet, standing back. Let's have a look. Look at this. Outside the off stump, wicketkeeper, the ball is right there. And he called for that single. And he just rolled the ball into the stumps. He was miles out. That's a suicidal one. If there was ever anything that was suicidal. Maybe it's the commentator's curse. I was just praising him for, being on the park, bringing those kids to take a look at cricket and to meet some of these guys. So Tilak just decided that, well, he has had enough. And again, India is searching for the first win of the tournament. They needed a partnership. And now at the end of 5, it's 29 for 3. So Shanavas is the new batter taking the place of Tilak. So Pakistan again, who is looking for their second win of the tournament. The played the first match yesterday. Seems like a very long time ago before they would have played their second match, while India is into their third match of the day. And I have to repeat myself, India. When you hear the name India and cricket, you put it in the W column, the winning column, because as of late they've been the team, the targeted team throughout the world in ladies cricket, juniors cricket, men's seniors cricket, and even locally here. This is a good delivery. Vasu, who is at 11, stood tall and just jabbed the net and played it back down the pitch. So skipper Shalise decided that he is having a first knock, having won the toss. Batsman is driving outside the off stump, loud appeal. Umpire is unmoved. That's Vincent Hartley. He's have none of that. He's looked at the ball and said, would you kindly go back to your mark and bowl the third delivery? But nothing is wrong in asking a question or two. Over goes his arm, bowls, and this time again, the batsman. It's a good delivery, covering up. So Shanavas, who has just gone into the wicket to join Vasu, has called him down for a chit chat. He hasn't faced the ball as yet, but I guess he's telling him, I'm telling you how this wicket is playing, and you should do this or you should do that. I'm just kidding, folks. He has not faced the delivery, but I guess he would have seen something. Just an encouragement. Down the leg side, wide, called and signal. Well, taken there by the wicket keeper. Batsman again covering up nicely. So 30 it is for free, and the power play is coming to an end. Let's see if it's going to remain on 30. They would have done one better. Because their first power play was 18 for 4 on their first match against the USA yesterday. This one is loud appeal outside the off stump. The umpire is not interested. He's asking. That one was outside the off stump. So the end of the power play, as India is on 30 for the loss of 3 wickets. Yeah, that one looked close there on the replay, but the umpire says not out. Lives to see another day, let's put it that way. End of 6. Again, Pakistan would have won their first match a long time ago. Early yesterday morning, Friday morning. And now they're looking for their second win. Batsman is flicking this one nicely off the legs. There's a foot chase and a ball chase. Who would win the race? The ball wins the race. And that was good that he chased it all the way to the boundary. But that was sweetly timed off the legs there by Shanavas. So he gets off the mark. First delivery was a good looking stroke. So he has something in the tank, because he would have told his batter, Vasu, you were doing something not so right. And let's have a look at it. Badly line down the leg side. Just need to get some good willow on it. And now there is a long leg in place. Like I said, the power play, no more than 5 fielders can be outside of the 30-yard circle. So there's a ring of fielders. There's the long leg, there's a square leg, there's a long on. Man on the third man, he covers up nicely, and they offer the single. That's good running, good cricket all over. He covers up. He looks the part. I have to take a look at Shanavas. So I guess it's the weekend. They may do better on a Saturday. Hoping to get on the park tomorrow for the final day. But they need to get on the scoreboard. They need to get in the win. They have India, that is. They've been 2 attempts and they went down on both occasions. This time the batsman is poking at this one outside the off. Some beaten taken by the wicket keeper. So 35 it is for the loss of some 3 wickets. So Vasu got himself into double figures. But I still can't fathom the thought of Tilak trying to get a third one with the ball sitting at the feet of the wicket keeper. So don't forget that the draft for the US Open 2025, that is taking place next door. Outside the off stump, slashes, and this one's going to go to the boundary. That's the first aggressive shot of the morning, and it looks good. Splitting backward point and cover point, and down to the boundary for 4. That's a good looking shot. Played with some intent. It's funny, when the power play was on, when the fielders were up in the circle, they were playing for singles, and now that the field has been spread apart, now they're showing signs of aggression. So no bats like to know that fielders are encroaching. They're close to them. You can see it's evident here. When the ring of fielders were in the 30-yard circle, they were playing for singles. Thus even a run-out coming because they were so intent on getting singles during the power play. So this is the reverse. Maybe that's how India win most of their matches. They play the mind game. Work you out in the middle where you have to be on your feet in the first 6 overs thinking singles. Then after that, now he's an aggressive shot again into the offside. Just for the single. Didn't time it as sweetly as he would have liked, but he was really after it. So that's Vasu at the end of that over. So Vasu would... Yes, that was Vasu. So at the end of over number 7, it's 40 for the loss of 3 wickets. So there's a bowling change here from the southern end. We have Syed. He's going to be taking it up right arm over outside the off stump and swing and a miss taken there by the wicketkeeper. He's standing back. So this is a gentle medium pace. And again, the sun is playing hide and seek with us. It's going in, it's coming out, it's coming in. Don't forget, December 12th. Make it a date. US Open comes live from the Broward County Stadium right here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill. So if no one again hears some noise in the back there, it's the draft for that tournament has been going on next door. So Vasco's raced up to Sweet 16. I should not say raced, but he's taken his time. He's sucked up some 23 deliveries to get there. But he is there nonetheless, and that's the important point. It's a pity to see Tilak get out the way he got out, because he has a good cricket brain, he has a good cricket head. And running singles really can upset the field, but that was really, really suicidal. Trying to take a third run when the ball was right in the reach of the wicketkeeper. But his side now who bowls outside the off stump on the back foot, playing it out to deep point for the single. For one for free. Oh, this one was a Yorker length at the batsman and slow one too. Good delivery, good thinking. It was not to be undone there by that slow Yorker. He was looping, his eyes lit up for a moment there, but in the end he just jacked down on it and just bunked it and says, well, that's a wicket-taking delivery. I will not gift my wicket away on this Saturday morning. It's not Christmas as yet. Again, good morning. Down the leg side, it's going to be a wide. It's called and signaled by umpire Vincent Hardy. Moved smartly to his right. And that's one of the signals you can call while the ball is still alive and signal. White ball and signal, as well as a no ball, as well as out. You can always, while the ball is live, you can out. And at the out, the ball becomes dead on the fall of a wicket. Outside the off stump, he's slashing. He's asking square leg a question. I don't know. No, he's trying to place the short square leg. He's bringing him in halfway in here now. He's just about say 15 meters away there in the short mid wicket area. Batsman coming forward, coming off a thick outside edge, rolls to short third man for a single. Good throw into the keeper. This time did not decide to take the bails off as he realized the batter made good his ground. So 43 for 3 early in the proceedings. The toss was won by India. They decided to take first knock. Simply means they're sitting outside the off stump. Wayward. That's a wayward shot, but the umpire is not going to call a wide. He said, you put that ball within reach. I think that was it. So the umpire, Vincent Hardy, very experienced in these parts, and would have said, you brought that ball into play. I will not credit you with an extra run and an extra delivery. So at the end of over number 8, India tottering along at 43 for the loss of 3 wickets. So there's a bowling change from the down the leg side, and he's sweeping and sweeping well. And this one goes across the boundary rope for 4. And that was a loose delivery as he was trying to bowl his offies. But again, you have to play with the breeze. You can see the trousers with a stiff breeze blowing from east to west. Want to float it up, and you start middle and leg. It's going to go further down the leg side, especially when you float it up like that. So that was meat and drink for Shanavas as he goes into double figures now. He goes on to 10, and the score goes on to 47 for the loss of 3 wickets. We're into over number 9. So Zubair, he is the new bowler, bowling his offies. Standing alongside umpire Vincent Brown as he comes in now. Bowls outside the off stump. The batsman is playing an aggressive shot. There's no cover sweeper, so once he gets past the infield, he would be in business, especially if he's hitting it with a good whack. Now they're making some adjustment to the field. They realize that the batter is getting aggressive. He's going after him again. That's a beautiful shot. Woo, that had 4 written over it from the time he left the bat. There was a foot chase on, but to no avail. And again, the aggression is on. That brings up the 50 for Team India, winning the toss this morning. The round of applause here for the 50. And they done it in good style in the 9th over. So Srinivas with 2 boundaries in this over. 14 from 9. Like I said, he looks the part. Earlier, he would have gone to Vasu and said, "You're doing something wrong," even before he had a strike. And he's pulling down the leg side, missing the wicket keeper. Let's see if he would have missed the bat as well, but they're running a comfortable 2 runs here. Leg byes it is. Leg byes. I thought he played with the bat though. I think we'll have a could we have a look, because the umpire would have signaled leg byes. The batter and the keeper is saying, "Yeah, I know you played it. I think you got a touch on it." But the team gets the runs as well. Umpire Vincent Brown would have said, "You can't have a review for that." The umpire would have said, "It is 2 runs, that's it." Hopefully you're not stuck on 98 and need those 2 runs. Oh, this one is hitting it in the air, but there's a man down there falling well short of him, but signs of aggression again here. So at the end of 9, it is 54 for the loss of some 3 wickets. Vasu races past Shanavas. He is on a 17. No, Vasu is on 17 and Shanavas is on 15. So Said to continue from this, the southern end. His body is forced over just for 3 runs. Again, he bowls a nice Yorker. He blocks it and takes off for singler. Good running between the sticks. Good understanding between these two. He just blocked it, dropped the bat down on it, and although they would have brought that man from the 30-yard circle and put him about, say, 15 yards away, he just blocked it, and they looked at each other without calling and run for the run. That's the way cricket should be played. Now they're trying to block those things. There's a silly mid-off. He's going high. He's going hard, but not timing it at all. Deep mid-wicket runs to his left and fields just the one. So we're approaching the halfway mark of the 20 overs. It's a 2020 match. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is this time again he's blocking Yes, but he just turn it off the legs. There's ones here for him. They might be free if they take it. I just said it's hard to get a free here, but here is a comfortable free ones here. And I know they're going to be tiring here, I would imagine. So free ones into the scores book as it tickled that one just around the corner. That's good, smart heads up batting. 59 it is for the loss of 3 wickets. Approaching the halfway mark, like it said. Oh, the umpire hat has gone for a stroll. I think we have to get a thumbtack to get it stay on his head. I dare not say get a nail. That'll be driven too far in, but a thumbtack will just. Like I said, there's some really high winds. As you can see it. See those shirts are fluttering in the breeze. So, ladies, I'm gonna ask you to wear pants coming to the park. No skirts, no dress allowed. This time he's going after him again. This non-striker was in a spot of bother as he had to jump and skip and get out of the way. But good piece of feeling down here on the boundary just beneath us here in the long on position. So score rolls it to 60. This time again, he's trying to poke that single, but that man is stationed there to prevent that single in that silly mid-off position. And it's silly for a reason, because you can get knocked over there with a good full-blooded shot. Outside the off stump, and it's going to be a wide. So naughty. Umpire signaling. Did he take it back? Yes, no. Well, he's turning to us, the scorers, to signal it's a wide. But it was a naughty shot, though. But you know, the batsman, sometimes you can play one shot too many. They may have gotten away with it. There's no slip. There's no fly slip. Ooh, this one is down the leg side. Just missing the leg stump, and another wide. So the wides are being called on both sides of the sticks. First one on the offside, second one down the leg side. But the batter was really going across his sticks to really hit this one onto the adjoining fields that is east of this main playing area. Oh, he's playing a good, nice inside-out shot, but there's a man down there who stops it in the cover sweeper position, just the one. He got there fast and in a hurry, but good attempt as over number 10 comes to an end, and the player's going to take a refreshment break. So at the end of 10, it is 63 for 3. India winning the toss and has now decided they will take first knock. The second time in the tournament, they're batting first. This time, they're doing much better. At the halfway mark, they're 63 for 3. And again, I can't help to say that unfortunate run out of Tilak has set back India a foot. There may have been 60 or more for the loss of 2 wickets, but then again, you never know. You have to give credit and heads up to the Pakistani with that run out, because the keeper, he too could have missed when he threw that ball into the stump. But I still think, and I'll say, it was a non-existent run with the ball in front of the keeper when he rolled over to his right to affect the return. They would have completed the second run comfortably. And all of a sudden, Telek had a brain freeze. He called for third one when the keeper was just about 7 meters away or so from the stumps. He had to throw the ball. If he had to run up to the stump to knock those bails off, I think Tilak would have made it. So he took a gamble and just took his time and rolled it into the stumps, and Tilak was well short of making his ground to complete a third one. So there it is. Refreshment break. We'll be back. Well, the run chase is on here. 102 is required for victory. India winning the toss this morning, elected to bat, and they got to 101 again, all out, losing all of their 10 wickets with 2 balls to spare. So Pakistan now is 8 for 1. They've lost an early wicket. We're in the second over of this 2020 encounter. And again, Pakistan would have won their first match. They started yesterday morning. Seemed like a long time ago. But they started the proceedings. And again, on the second day, they starting today's proceeding outside the off, some slashes and goes away for 4. That's a good shot. In comes the signal there from umpire Vincent Hartley. So there's some clouds hanging about, and they're threatening, to get in the way of this cricket, lovely cricket. But so far, so good. A little raindrops this morning, but then it all went away very quickly. So I have to commend Milton Taylor and his crew getting off those tap very quickly. Overnight rain, there's not a drop of rain that fell on the pitch. Batsman driving straight back to the bowler, and no one. But in that over was a lovely shot that went for 4. Here again, he's driving, but this time he goes straight out to the deep extra cover. So India yet to get in the winning column here in this tournament. This is their 3rd match of the tournament. Played twice yesterday and fell short. Woefully short, because they would have lost all of their wickets again this morning. That happened yesterday. And again this morning, winning the toss, inserting Pakistan in, and Pakistan held their nerves. It was a top score here of 45 that was made here by Sanavas. He looked good, he looked the part. 45 from 31 deliveries, but he needed a few more batters to keep his company. At least if you could have had 230s in there. This is a nice inside-out shot, but it's coming from the outer portion of the bat. The stroke looked good, the pose looked good, but then the execution was found wanting. Batsman is turning this one around the corner, flicking it, but short finally gets in the way, and Let's camp it through for a singler. Alright, guys, my battery is running low. I did not charge this phone overnight, and that's the one that you all hooked up into. So,
Oh, well, it's 12:21, so it's just about time for the show to end anyway.
yeah, okay, well, like I said, it's either that or you listen on your device, and I go charge this
But
phone.
the music was good. I enjoy the one that says, I don't care what they say about me.
Me too. Right.
I had my friend down here by the show. She said, when Miss Rock, you're in there dancing now yourself. She think I did.
You think I did?
No, it's supposed to be after Minna dead. That's what it's
The
supposed to
minute
be.
then.
Exactly, that's what it's supposed to be. Not that Minna dead.
Yeah, good thing I tell you play the music and you rise up the dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
How's over there, Lynette? How you working out?
I'm here working, but we're not seeing many people. The most people we're seeing is people in wheelchair.
Oh, wow. Well, they need it to be.
Yeah, but I already done my house, so I just feel like it again. They want me to go home. They say,
Yeah. Where you going back home from?
That one was nicely taken down the leg side, but it's a wide that goes into the scorer's book. And once again, we are live here with the cricket on the MAQ TV. Don't forget, next door they're having the drafting for the US Open 2025. That's taking place. So that's the end of over number 5. Score is 31 for 1 from 5 overs. Okay, so we would have ended the Saturday morning entertainment show, and now we can turn it straight into cricket here at the Central Broward Regional Park. Alright, the match that's in hand here right now, it's a run chase here for Pakistan, who would have won their first match yesterday and now in pursuit of getting their second match. So with that in mind, India, on the other hand, is searching for their first win, and we have to find out if they would definitely get on the cards. We're not too sure, because India has been found wanting. Yesterday they played 2 matches and they went down the 2 matches, winning the toss this morning, elected to bat first. They did not put up a respectable total, in my honest opinion. So right now they're in search of wickets. They have just 1 so far, in search of 10 wickets to win this match. I don't think they're going to be able to bowl their 20 overs and to keep a red hot Pakistan team beneath the 102 that is required for the win. So once again, this is day number 2 here for cricket, lovely cricket in South Florida. And again, the draft is being held next door. So if you hear some talking coming in between, just know that players are being drafted to participate in the 2025 edition of the US Open. It actually begins on December 12th, runs until the 20th. So 8 full days of cricket. 8 full days. And I have not missed one of them. I think they're in the 17th year. This time he's outside the off stump. He's hitting one in the air and he's going to go across the boundary. Whoop, now it goes for 4. So Tilak had not a chance in taking that catch. He was splitting extra cover and mid-off. And like you know, this is the last over before the end of the first power play. Only 2 men could be outside of the circle, and those 2 men are stationed at deep mid wicket and long on. So that was a well executed shot, well calculated. It was pitched up, and now they're pulling in the mid wicket, and they're putting Talak back on the long off boundary. So he has got to come straight. Cannot go great. This time he's cutting in the air and put it down. That's he dove forward. I'm sure he got to him, but don't know if you can see that on the replay. But it was cut, came off the meat of the bat. Fielder dove forward, but came up without the ball. This one is pitched and going further away from the batter. That's an inquiring look from the batter at the umpire, as if to say, should that not have been called wide? But umpire Vincent Hartley says it was within your reach. It gave you a fair opportunity to play a stroke, so I will not call it a wide. This one is onto the onside. A quick single. There's a shy at the non-striker's end. But Faz made good his ground. He's on 8. Azaz, he is on 20 from 12. Ball this time he's driving. Pleasant and pleasing on the eyes, but feeling mid-off cannot prevent the single. Score eases on up to 38 for 1. When India batting in their power play, they got to 30 for the loss of 3 wickets. So Pakistan has gone much better in their response. If we are comparing power plays, this time he's going 1 bounce 4. He was hit straight back. A valiant effort there by the guy down here at the long on position. He got a finger onto it, but he just could not have kept it in within the boundary rope, so it went across the boundary rope for 4. At the end of that over, and it's 42 for 1, which indeed is the score at the end of the power play and the latest score at Broward Central Regional Park. 42 for 1. Yes, indeed. Well, India yet to put a foot right in this tournament. This is the 3rd match, Pakistan's 2nd match. Pakistan would have won their first match quite easily, I may add. They started yesterday morning, and Pakistan took on the West Indies. West Indies winning the toss in that first match and inserted Pakistan to bat, and they could not keep Pakistan in check. Matter of fact, Pakistan made 162 for 5, leaving a target of 163 to get. West Indies fell short, 134 for 5. So Pakistan winning there by 28 runs outside the off stump. Not wide enough to be called a wide there by umpire Vincent Brown. Simply means the dot goes into the scorer's book. Yesterday we saw a century in the last match. We'll get to that. But in that match, in a losing cause, Sudesh, he got to 54. And as a matter of fact, when he got out, the score was a 94 for 5. So the rest of the batters just contributed 40 runs. So he did all the heavy lifting to take them to 94 when he got out. And then they went on to score 134 for 5. And he was a late charge because they were really found wanting, struggling to get over the 100 mark. But when they did, they wheeled willow and got to 134. Batsman covering up nicely, good running, quick single. The bowler and the extra cover almost collided there. So this is good batting. Pakistan seem as if they really want to be here tomorrow in the position 1 or 2. So Team USA had one game yesterday. They won their game. So like Pakistan, they're unbeaten. West Indies would have lost 1. India lost 2. That is pulled straight into the hands of square leg. And my word, he put it down and then what? The ball rolled onto the boundary rope. I don't think the bowler is going to like that too much because India, they are in search of wickets. That one went straight to him. I'm not going to say even my mom, when she was 92, would have taken that with her eyes closed, hand tied behind the back. But like I say, he got there to him fast, quick and in a hurry, and he was really hit with some disdain. He really put the willow onto that leather. The batsman is covering up nicely. No run. So that's the end of that over, and at the end of the over, the latest score here is 48 for the loss of 1 wicket. Again, the sun is playing hide and seek with us. It's going in, it's going out. It's like when we were young, we used to look at the moon when it goes um, above those clouds. We say it's gone in, it's gone in, it's gone in, it's gone. Then it come out again, it come out again. Remember that? We're just looking up to the high heavens and just look at the moon and the clouds, moon and the clouds. And then when it goes and it's covered by the clouds, we just say, well, the moon gone in again. When the moon comes out, we say it come out again. Oh, the batsman is coming forward, but he's hit outside the off stump, way outside the off stump. That's not gonna be given by not even a blind umpire. Did not make such a mistake. He was at least another 3 stumps outside of the off stump. But can't fault India. They're desperately in need of a wicket, but they're looking for it in the wrong direction with the help of an experienced umpire like Vincent Hartley. Not going to happen today, tomorrow, or ever. It's just not going to happen. So for the folks who are joining us on the radio feed, Caribbean Global Voices, we want to say welcome to the feed, and we're going to be taking this match as far as we can, and then there's another 2 matches slated later in the day. So we're gonna go into the night on the lights like we did last night. And for listeners, this one is down the leg side, and there's a loud appeal. It seems as if he's out. Is there a replay? No, the replay boot specialist is out of the boot. But like we said, they're in need of wickets. So wicket number 2 goes with the score on 49 for the loss of some 2 wickets. We're into over number 8. I don't think Pakistan would consider themselves in a spot of bother. They're just about halfway getting there with the runs, looking for the second wind, looking for the second win of the tournament. Well, it's a cool day in sunny South Florida. It's nicknamed as sunny South Florida, the Sunshine State to be more precise. But at the moment, we're without the sun. The clouds are getting in the way. Some real dark clouds. You know, there's that hurricane that is out, and Jamaica seems to be getting well in the way. But that was out LBW, and he wish he had a referral. Even beneath us down here, he's still showing what have happened. They think that ball would have probably been missing the leg stump. But the person with the last call is the umpire, and he is in the best place and the best position to judge those LBWs. Not even here we can overrule him in terms of unofficial giving an opinion because we're not adjacent. We're still off the mark. And again, even a camera that is there, sometimes it's either a little to the left or to the right, but the umpire stands right behind those stumps, and if he's worth his salt, which I know that umpire Vincent Hartley is worth his salt as a practical umpire. He's been at it for years and years. I've had some of my better matches with him officiating alongside one Delroy Festus Lynn. We'll see him a little later this afternoon. This time he works this one around the corner, thinking about a single, but quickly aborted the thought because he would have been flirting with danger because the short mid wicket pounced in that ball, and I don't think none of the batters would have been able to make good their grounds. Sam is flicking this one, he's splitting short finding up in the circle, and that short square leg fielder ambles through for and relaxing two. It's a relaxing two. So the 50 comes up on the board. It's 51 for 2. Next is Pakistan. They're not in a spot of bother. I think if you can win 2 games here, you're pretty much set to be on the big stage tomorrow. Oh, this is a good Yorker. How did that miss? And you can see the bowler, the keeper. He would have hit that foot stump if he was just outside the off stump. But if it's not to be, he's got to go, and we try again as the end of that over. It's 51 for the loss of some 2 wickets. Vasu has bowled 2 overs already, and he has been miserly. Just 7 runs coming from his 2 overs. This time his ball that is on the bat on the underside. He just stroked it easily for the single, calculated single. There's no real effort in the shot. He just pushed it off and decides, I'll just take the single, make it a stroll in the park. Like I said, I don't think that Pakistan is in a spot of bother in terms of net run rate because it's a short tournament, so you can manfully win 2 games and feel pretty good, knowing that West Indies would have lost 1, India would have lost 2 in the air, but splitting short extra cover and point, and running another relaxing 2 as cover sweeper comes around and can't prevent 2. Throw was not all the best coming in either, so the batsman had all time to even walk in backwards and they would have made good their grounds. Again, I want to say good morning to Dennis Heath over there in California, taking in some of the coverage. And again, my name's Ivor Henry on commentary. Come bowls down the leg side. Didn't get a nick in it, so it's called and signaled wide there by umpire Vincent Brown. Vincent Brown, of course, is from St. Kitts, and he's officiating in this match. He's been around. He's a Leeward Islander. We've played many matches with him. We played for the same team, local team here, a few years back. Leeward Islands. Outside the off stump, may have gotten a touch from the reaction of the bowler and the other players. But he went at a wide one outside the off stump, went fishing. Well, the big glove did not hold on, so we will never know. We'll never know. What we do know is that he's there to face the next delivery, which he strokes nicely. And oh, look at that, sucker! The sucker scouts are out. This one, he played it just to the right of the mid-off fielder, and was not able to bend down. He's a tall, lanky guy. He put his big size 12 boots onto it, and guess what? He kicked it straight to the bowler. So if the batter was out of his ground, he would have found wanting. He would have been headed back to the hut, stroking this one again, but straight to short mid wicket and can't score. Just want to say good morning to Lenny Archibald over there in New York. I refer to him as the man with the golden voice, a walking encyclopedia. He knows US cricket inside out and then some. Goes bowls and he's stroking this one nicely past extra cover for. Yes, they're going to take the arm on, and a misfield that made it all the more easy for the two batters to complete their second one. So at the end of 9, it is 57 for the loss of 2 wickets. Farhan is going nicely. He is on 6 from 8, and Faz is on 15 from 23. Like I said, they're not in any hurry. They're not in a spot of bother. If they can bat the 20 overs, they'll get the target of 102, and I would say perhaps with overs to spare. India has not really showed up at the park in terms of a win. They're there just to accommodate. They've given it a third try. They've lost 2 matches yesterday. This is their 3rd match, and they're making it a habit of losing because they've lost the first 2, and now they're on the verge of losing a 3rd, and this would definitely knock them out of the competition. They'll be just playing for pride if there's another game for them. I'm not too sure. I think it's. Ooh, that was a good delivery. The batsman was on the back foot, was punching. Ball took the inner portion and cannon into his pad. And if I can ask who saved me, well, I think your bat saved you. Because that ball was pretty much adjacent to those sticks. Now India is trying to get the field placement right because they're in search of wickets. That's the only way I think they can win. On the back foot, punching past the man in the extra cover region, and another 2. 2 comes into the bowler's end. Not a strong throw, but can't prevent 2. 59, it is for 2. So Faz now goes up to 17. And Farhan is still there on 6. This time he's playing this one off the pads, and they're toying with the field. For yet another single. So it's these 2 batters are easy in the eyes so far. They're not playing baseball style, although it's a 2020 match. Some people think you hear 2020, which is a shortened version and the shortest international version. I don't think we're even playing 6-a-side anymore. There used to be 6-a-side that used to cause some excitement once ago, but that has gone out of the window. Now they're talking about a Test T20. They're talking about what I just said yet. Test T20, and I'm not too sure about that. The cards are already full. So much cricket. It's like it's being watered down now, man. But anyway, that's for the administrators, the pundits. Another 2. So that's good running between these guys. Remember, this is a Legends game, and the qualifications. First of all, you have to be 50 and over, but each team can have 2 players who is 45 to 50. Between 45 and 50, they can insert 2 players. And one of the other competition rules is that 11 field and 12 can bat. No, 11 bat, 12 players can be announced. So let's put it this way. So it's 11. It's a 12-man squad. That's part of the competition rules. So playing conditions, it varies from match to match. Again, I'm here alone in the com box. You always need a color commentator to just support some of the things you're saying. So I have to be doing double duty. Let's put it that way. In other words, I have to talk and answer myself. So don't think I'm going crazy. So we're at the half a mark, and we're gonna turn it to a commercial. No, okay. So we'll just leave it at that. When we come back, on the resumption of the second half of the match, Pakistan in search of. So we're gonna go to commercial. Yes.
MAQ Group International Investment Platform. Today, I'm excited to talk to you about something that can truly transform your investment game, real estate, and specifically, how MAQ Group is making it easier than ever before. Now, investing in real estate can be intimidating. There are so many questions: where to buy, when to sell, how to manage properties. It can be overwhelming, but that's where MAQ Group comes in. Imagine having a team of experts dedicated to your unique aspirations. At MAQ Group, that's exactly what you get. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest in $1 million business or small, we've got you covered. So let's break it down. First up, buying. Finding that perfect property can be like finding a needle in a haystack. But with MAQ Group, you have access to exclusive listings and insider knowledge that takes the guesswork out of the equation. Our team will find the perfect property that aligns with your investment goals, be it a luxury home or a commercial estate. Next, selling. Selling a property can be just as tricky. Pricing it right, marketing it effectively, and finding the right buyer, it's a lot. MAQ Group uses cutting-edge technology and market strategies to ensure your property not only sells quickly, but also fetches the best price. We handle everything from staging to negotiations, making the entire process stress-free for you. And finally, property management. Managing a property, especially multiple ones, can be a headache. But with MAQ Group's comprehensive management services, you can sit back and relax. Our team handles everything, from maintenance and tenant relations to financial reporting and compliance. It's like having a personal assistant for your property. So why choose MAQ Group? Because we're not just about transactions, we're about relationships. Our personalized services are tailored to meet your unique needs and aspirations. We're committed to turning your real estate vision into a reality. Don't just take my word for it, experience the MAQ Group difference yourself. Ready to make your next big investment move? Reach out to us today and let's make your real estate dreams come true. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share. It helps us out a lot and lets others discover how MAQ Group can simplify their real estate journey too. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy investing. Visit us on www.macgroup.com.
So we're back for the second half of this match. As Team India searching for their first win of the tournament. They would have lost the first two matches yesterday, and they're in danger of losing a third. Pakistan, on the other hand, is on the verge of winning their second match, 2 in a row. They played just one match yesterday. would have won that match. They started the proceedings yesterday against the team West Indies. West Indies went down fighting in the end. They got to 134 for 5 and they were chasing. Yeah, they were chasing a target of 163 runs. That one's played out to wide long on for a single. So these two batters are just merrily rolling along. And you know the saying, merrily we roll along? Well, that's what Pakistan is doing. This one is short. Batsman on the back foot, not timing it, not getting it in the meat of the bat either. He muscled it down to the mid-wicket area just for the single. It's interesting. Sometimes you can just stroke a ball next 5 feet away from your feet for the single, and then you hit it all the way down to the boundary. Where Feel is feeling, putting all that effort for the same single. Cricket is a funny old game. So I understand Martris is taking in some of this cricket as we speak. So it's 1 o'clock here in the city, and the beautiful city of Lord Hill. This time again he's pulling, and there's coverage in the mid-wicket area. Just again for the single, like we said, with all that effort for the single. No, and that was a weak throw coming in there, and the batter's heads up cricket. Saw the throw was not getting to the bowler. So you call that stealing a run, as in baseball. Stole a run. So 2 runs added to the total. It is 66 now, 4-2. And over number 11. This time on the back foot, punching, getting past the short mid wicket, but deep mid wicket comes into play. And this time, what he does, he run in with the ball to make sure he gets to the bowler instead of trying to throw it from in the deep. When the two batters with the previous delivery saw that he's a weak throw from the deep, they just stole a pig in a way shoe, and this is a full toss, and he should have done much more with that, but it's 4 runs anyway. Thought that one should have gone over the ropes, but he just turned it off his body, and square leg tried to put the big size 12 boots in it, but missed it, and the ball just rolled over the rope for a boundary. 72 now. We're into the 70s. 72 for 2. 1 legal delivery left in over number 11. So Faz, he goes on to 23, and Fahan is unlucky 13. So like I said, India, they're in search of wickets, but I don't see a wicket taking ball, but anything can happen. This one is in the air, going to the left of the wide long on, but he cannot prevent it from going over the boundary for 4. So 76 it is for 2 at the end of 11. Remember, the target is 102, so they're just inching their way to that 102 that is required for the victory for Pakistan. But then on the other hand, India, they are only 8 wickets away before Pakistan will get to 102 for the win. So they've got to pull out all the stops now. I think we're going to have a bowling change here. Bowler is making sure he's setting his field, so they're trying to save runs. I think the emphasis should be on trying to pry out these batters. Yes, much as you don't want to give away runs, I don't think that Pakistan is going to allow themselves to bat all of 20 overs and don't get to 102. Outside the off stump, he's getting his bat down just for the single. As backward point runs to his right, but can't prevent the run. So another one to Team Pakistan. 77 now for 2. So it's cricket, lovely cricket here on a Saturday. The curtain comes down tomorrow. This one is driving straight into the hands of mid-off, and he put it down. We just said they're in search of wickets. They have to take those. Now you have to sacrifice your hand for the team because you're looking for your first win. And the bowler was very meticulous in his field placing. He, that guy, he was walked up to him and he said, "This blade of grass, that's where I want you to put your left foot." And he hit it straight to him. Now it's going straight to the bowler. I think he would have put that down as well. But that one was hit with disdain. I'm telling you, he really walloped that one. Even the umpire, Vincent Hart, he was in a spot of bother there. He was in danger. That one came back with force. And it's a good thing the ball didn't cannon into the stump, or else, who knows? The batter could have found himself out of his ground with the ball touching the bowler's hand and cannon into those stumps, removing at least one bail. He would have been a goner. But it's not to be. Let's continue. Outside the off stump, he's going inside out, and that's a lovely shot. One bounce four, splitting wide long off, and that cover sweeper, and going one bounce four. So we're into the 80s now. 81 it is for four. And what could it be after two possible chances? I think that Faz decides I'm going to go for broke. They've just put me down, so I'm going to go for broke. And he's rallied to 31. And here he's going gung-ho now, coming off the toeing of the bat. Trickles out to Tilak at the long on position. He too can't prevent the single. But trust me, Faz was looking for much more than that single. He was winding up to get this one beyond the boundary ropes, I can tell you. But anyway, Farhan is on 14. Now he faces. Let's see if he follow in the first shot. Oh, this is a looping full toss. He hits it in the air. Not far enough, but it's going to drop just beyond the 30-yard boundary. 30-yard markers for two. Man, that was meat and drink. That ball should have been leaving the stadium, not just the playing area. It was a juicy full toss. Nonetheless, they got scampered to for 2 runs at the end of over number 12. It's 83 for 2, and that is indeed the latest score here at the Broward Central Stadium. It seems as if one of the batters here has retired out, must have had enough, or is leaving something for the match, because a win here for them definitely would take them into the playoff. Because they have not lost a match, and they're on the verge of just winning this one with 102 for victory. They're just 19 runs away from overhauling this, so they're giving one of the other batters a chance to bat. So let's see which one of the batters would have retired out there. So the new batsman turned this one off the pad. Let's see if he got some willow onto it. Alright, so the cricket continues, and it's going to continue into the evening. So Chalice has brought himself on. That's the skipper for the Team India. So 85 for 2. So Chalice outside the off stump, playing it back along the onside of the track. He put out his size 10 boots, but can't get there. He needed another Another 2 inches to avert that stop. So another single, 86. It is for 2. Shalit again. This time it got to his hand and it just eluded him, hit him high on the wrist, and gave away a single there. Virtually gave away a single because the ball was hit just straight back to him. Sure, the batter was not looking for that single, but they're gifting runs now. Outside the off stump and legal delivery. And that over comes to an end. And end of 13, it's 87 for the loss of 2 wickets. So Farhan and his two side is the batter that would have replaced Faz. So Faz got to 32 from 31 and he retired out. Yeah, he's conserving energy. He knows that a win here would take them on the big stage tomorrow. Definitely. So we had the Vincent brothers over there umpiring, Vincent Brown and Vincent Hartley. And Vincent Brown was in conversation with 2 of the players there. I guess a friendly conversation. There was no red card, no yellow card. There was no book in hand, no pen in hand. He was not taking name. He was not booking anyone. Book him, Dano. But Vincent is that sort of a personal. He has that personality where he greets people, meets people, and much as you're into the game umpiring, yes, you have to do your duty. The cricketers have to do their duty, but it doesn't mean that we're on different sides. We're all here for cricket. Yes, you're on Team India. I'm with my other partner, umpire, just 2 of us out here. But it does mean that I cannot interact with the batters or the other players in a nice, friendly manner. But some people might take that to say you're too friendly and maybe you're favoring a batsman or a cricketer. But a man like Vincent, he does it with everyone, so you can't say he's favoring this one particular cricketer that's on the field. Don't know if it's a good thing, but in passing, I've done some umpiring myself. In passing, you'll say a word or two, a hi, a hello, or nod of the head. But I know I'm only over here with my partner, so if anything, I'm spending time with my partner. We have the same ilk, thinking the same way at the same time. We're here to officiate the game. So another single takes the score to 88. Roll out on the inside this time. The batter is coming down, jamming his bat on this one side. He's just gone in to replace Faz. Like I said, Faz has retired his inning out because 12 named players, so 11 can bat and 11 field. Down the leg side, he's turning this one off the pads. Let's see what it's going to be. I think he got some willow on it as the chase is given all the way to the boundary. So we're seeing the third run of the day in the same direction. Earlier in the day I've said, I cannot tell the last time I would have seen 3 runs on this ground. It's about a 65-yard boundary. Well, it's the deep mid-wicket might be a 70-yard, but 65, 60-yard boundaries. Batsman is stroking this one back past the ball. He could have done a little better with that. It was just to his left. He just eluded his grasp and ran all the way down to the long off boundary for yet another single. 90 is it now. It is 92 for 2. We're into over number 14, so they're just a touch away from the victory. Just a touch away. Outside the off-time batsman on the back foot punching, but can't beat that short extra cover fielder. He was not timing that one. He was more or less just forcing it. Now he goes to the side and try to play the shot he thought was best suited for that delivery. But that's an afterthought, and that does not count. Anyway, it's the end of the over. It's 92 for 2. 14 overs have been done and dusted. So again, a healthy net run rate here for the Pakistani. So Team Pakistan has really come out to play. I think they like this ground because earlier this year, just about 2 months ago, West Indies traversed this field and played against Pakistan in 3 T20 matches, and Pakistan took the series 2 games to 1. So Shehop and the boys went down one more time, or should I said Sammy as coach, head coach, and I must call the captain, Shehop, went down in a series loss one more time. So Chalice again trying to make some inroads. The batsman is driving, passing it's just to the right of short extra cover. But this coverage on the long off boundary, that is going to be just a single. 93 for 2. Trying to get to 102 for victory. So when I would have seen that team in the made 101, it reminded me of 101 Dalmatian. Bow wow. Yep, those dogs. Batsman is playing and fishing outside the off stump. Naughty, he's fishing on drive line, and again he walks to the side and plays the shot he thought was best suited for that delivery. But Skipper Chalice, he has other ideas. He's trying to hit those timber. Not going to hit it with the ball is way outside the off stump. Not far enough to be called a wide though. So Chalice brought himself on very late yesterday. As a matter of fact, got the prize wicket of Shudis after he would have made 100. Came in his first over and got him out caught. Here's going to be an easy 2-1. Two batters almost collided. Oh, a better throw would have been interested. Why would you put your foot there, Chalice? Well, maybe their replacement feet around. I've seen so many of these cricketers putting their feet. But as Ian Thomas, my fellow commentator who joined me yesterday, he said they have to put their feet because some of them are so tall. They have to come from far up, and when they come down, they may very well cannot get up because it's a legends game. Outside the off stump, he's opening the bat here until it gets in the way, using his foot again. Ball goes beneath his big size 12 boot. Again, the batters, they're going to collide. I think so. They're running on the same side, and somehow they're just traveling in the same path. I guess we have to mark the strip over there, said one way with an arrow going that way, and one way with an arrow coming this way, because they're going for head-on collision. Anyway, it's 97 for 2 at the end of 15. Well, I guess the wages are out. Would this be the last over of the game? They're searching for 102 for the victory. So they're just one strike away. They're just 5 runs away, so a maximum 6 will do it. But my bet is that they will get it in this over. Would they're searching for 5 runs and over? Maybe, maybe not. Well, I think there's a bowling change. Number 15 sporting on the back of his shirt. We'll have that up for you in a minute. In the meantime, Saeed is on. Saeed, and I'll give you that. I have to open the door. Yeah, sorry about that. There, we just have to step away there a little bit. There. As I've been joined by my fellow commentator Ian Thomas. And so, coming for the dying moments of this match, with just 4 runs away, 1 hit away from the conclusion of this match, with Team India on the verge of going down, getting a hat-trick of losses.
it was bad yesterday. Today it's even worse. Coming off consecutive loss. Into the third. That is like a hat trick of
Hat-trick, you gotta put it no
losing
other-
it all. I
So-
don't think they will be proud of this performance at all.
No, and this rivalry, no matter how you look at, whether it's legends or I think Pakistan versus India, it's always a grudge match, always.
Yeah, it's a high ticket match. Everybody is on the edge of their seat to see who will come out the winner. Well,
Yes.
today Pakistan has definitely dominated, and I'm just showing back up in the seat here, but it's 101 for 2, of
It
just
means-
15.4.
Yeah, it means the scores are level. It's just one away. And I would have won my bet. Yes, I said they'll get it in this over, and that's it. So they have to call them off in because the big scoreboard is not working. So now they're going to be aided by the players to say it's done and dusted. So they're listening downstairs, they're following what is happening. So again, Team India would have lost their third match in a row, Pakistan winning their second match in a row, and they did it without any worries. 102 for 2 and 15.5 overs.
Well done to Team Pakistan, and a very good win yesterday over the West Indies, and here today beating Team India, convincingly, as you can see, getting 102 with no problem. 2 wickets down, just 15.5 overs, and they basically dominated this one here, showing that they're here in a no-nonsense mood. So Pakistan and the USA, we want to see that top of the table clash.
Yeah, well, Pakistan have shown us they can win on both ends. Their first match, they won Team West Indies by 28 runs, and today, coming from the back end, they won by 8 wickets.
Well done, Pakistan.
Well done. So I think they've booked the ticket onto the big stage tomorrow. That I can say with 100% surety. So the Team USA, who would have won their first match yesterday, they too will be looking for a win today, and I think a win for them would put them onto the big stage tomorrow. Team India, on the other hand, I can say they're done and dusted. I'm not too sure how many matches in the preliminary rounds. Not too sure, but I would want to believe that they may have played their last match.
I think the guys, they will be packing their bags. Definitely not the performance they would want to have here at the Broad Stadium. Everybody come over here and they come to win. But unfortunate for Team India, this is not the season for them. It seems like rain is falling, but it's still drought on their side.
Yes. Well, the first match is done and dusted. Second match is gonna be on the way. Seeing the team for the second match as of yet. None of the teams are here, so I think they're slated for later in the day because of the draft that was happening over there. So you care to tell the folks anything about the?
Well, it was an exciting moment on the other side where the draft was happening, as we heard some big name players coming in for all the teams, the 6 teams that will be contesting this year US Open T20. We all know it's always a competitive tournament, big prize money to be win at the end. And definitely all these teams are coming out, and we can see each team is pretty much well packed with talent, a lot of talented player. And not that they just have talented player, but they have legends of the game, people who been around for a while and have made their name, have made a statement in terms of cricket. For our team, the Dallas Smashers, we introduce our main pace bowler, Mohammad Sami, and our team will be captained by Rajesh Sharma, And as we say, we have a mix of talent in our team. You know, we have youngsters, we have elders, you know, senior players, you know, international players. And when I listen in on that draft, it's like each team have definitely come prepare for this year T20 US Open. You know, a lot of big names, but then not just each team, but then there are some players. Signature players simply mean these players have represented their home country, they have represented a region, they're international players, and they will bring a lot of value. But the good thing is they could play for just about any team, you know. So until you come down here in December, which is just around the corner, December 12th through to the 20th, you know, if you want to get some real excitement, you know, cricket to the highest level, then you got to come to this year US Open, where you have those signature players that will, you know, represent at any moment. They could be drafted to any of these 6 teams. And also we have local players that is also there in like a reserve, just in case, you know, we may have an injury or anything that may just require